In fewer than 3 weeks, the Obamas will, well, pack up and move on out of the White House. And in her final interview as a sitting First Lady, Michelle Obama spoke very candidly about her experiences with Oprah Winfrey.
Your husband's administration, everything, the election was all about hope. Do you think that this administration achieved that?
Yes, I do, because we feel the difference now.
Yeah.
See, now we're feeling what not having hope feels like. You know, hope is necessary. It's a necessary concept. And Barack didn't just talk about hope because he thought it was just a nice slogan to get votes. I mean, he and I and so many believe that what else do you have if you don't have hope?
Yeah.
Well, this was just the latest significant interview on the resume of one Oprah Winfrey. Her career, of course, has spanned more than 3 decades, from talk show host to cable network founder. And now she's adding a new project. She's releasing her first cookbook. It's called Food, Health, and Happiness. 115 on-point recipes for great meals and a better life. Look who has decided to sit down
with you.
Welcome, welcome. So here is the book. A beautiful cover photo, I might add.
Thanks.
I was struck to learn your first cookbook.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
With Rosie?
But what?
It wasn't mine. Are you talking about this one?
This one.
Okay.
Why? First of all, why now? And
okay. So this is how this really came about.
Yeah.
And it's.
I want the real story.
Oh yeah. It's because my life is so sensational. Why make anything up? I say. I started Weight Watchers. People would come to my house for lunch and dinner, and they would say, I thought you were on Weight Watchers. Why are you eating this? Which would be like tacos, or my favorite tortellini stuffed with truffles and, you know, the sauce. And they'd say,
yeah, that shows up on diet lists everywhere.
Yeah. They say, well, how can you be eating this? How can you be eating? And I'd say, well, you can eat anything you want on Weight Watchers. You just you manage it. It's about putting it under management and control. And so, because so many people were asking me about what they were eating, and this is delicious, I decided to do a cookbook to share it. Because I was like writing down stuff and giving people recipes. And I thought, oh, I could. Somebody said, you should write a book. One of my friends, I go, I think I might. So
this is what's interesting, though, about the idea of writing a book, and I know you know this. It's great to have written the book. The writing of the book, maybe.
It's
can be
arduous.
Hard. Yeah,
it's arduous.
What was it like then, putting it together?
Well, because now you got to sit down and actually think about, I didn't want it to just be about some recipes, because anybody could do that. You don't need, I don't need to do that. But I have had this story of food that has been a public story for so long, beginning with the wagon of fat. I know you're now going to roll the tape of the wagon of fat.
B-roll is a magic thing.
Bring out the B-roll, wagon of fat. And not eating for 4 months straight, like not a morsel of food for 4 months straight, and then everything I put in my mouth would gain a pound. So I've been through the whole diet thing publicly. So I thought, why not share what I finally figured out is that you don't have to struggle with it anymore. And actually, Weight Watchers helped me to figure that out.
Well, and I guess what I'm also hearing you say is, it's really not about the food, it's about your body, it's about you, and it's about having ownership of yourself. I know you said next door.
No, it's about taking control, because I was so out of control when Weight Watchers actually called me. They called me to say, let us help you. And I was at that point where...
How bad was it? I mean, when you say that, what do you mean?
It means I was certainly 40 pounds heavier than I am right now, 42.5 exactly. And I was at my wit's end because I thought, I have now tried everything. My body would not fast anymore because I tried to let me do 3 days of green drinks. Let me do.
And your body's onto you. Like
my body goes, oh no, girl.
I know the pizza's coming back.
The body goes, don't play us, because listen, we will hold on to those fat cells because we know. So I was really like, what am I going to do now? And I got the call. So I saw that as kind of a sign, like a sign that I am supposed to join. And I said, let me try it first, because I've always resented the idea of counting points. I've had people in my office, people who work with me for a number of years who were doing Weight Watchers. I was going, oh, Weight Watchers, why do I need to count points? What am I, a kid? And actually, that counting points has helped me become more conscious of everything that goes into my system. And what it really did, Josh, was made me more conscious of everything. Because food was just a symbol for me of, repressing other feelings. And so once I became more conscious, more aware what I'm eating, I became more conscious, more aware of everything. So I can honestly tell you, I have the happiest, most vibrant life I've ever had, because I'm not worried about what the next meal is going to be. I'm not worrying about, did I overeat? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm not feeling guilty about it. I'm just, like all my energy goes into whatever I'm concentrating on at any given moment.
So it's therapeutic, really,
it was very
to a
therapeutic
degree. And
for
I know
me.
you said next door, and it's a great thing to hear, especially for somebody whose battle, if you will, has been so very public, that you're thankful for your body now.
Yeah, I am.
That's
I
a great...
never would have thought I'd gotten to that point, because, I've heard people all the years I was doing shows saying you need to appreciate where you are. You need to accept yourself for who you are.
And you're like,
I could do that when I get to size 8, And I'll appreciate me when I get to size 8. And now I'm a solid 12, down from 16, 18, and feeling really great about that.
This is going to be my transition.
Okay.
But it's the idea of...
There's always a transition.
Michelle Obama, with whom you just sat, talked about standing in her truth. And I know that it sounds like something that you're doing now as well. As then Michelle Obama, on the eve of the move out, if nothing else, stands in her truth. What struck you about her again in the final interview she'll give as a sitting First Lady?
What struck me about it is how truthful she was. I thought that there was a kind of earnestness, and I don't think she's ever not been truthful, but because my friend and mentor Maya Angelou used to say to me, you can remain truthful by telling what you know. Doesn't mean you have to tell everything you know. So you can tell what you know and tell everything you know. I thought that she answered the questions with a kind of clarity and retrospectiveness that was from somebody who has actually thought about what this time has meant there. And I think only future time will tell or symbolize fully what their presence in the White House has been for the country and the world. The thing I'm going to miss? I'm going to miss the Christmas card. Because every year you get this Christmas card. Do you get the Christmas card?
No, but I've seen them.
Okay. A lot of people get the Christmas card, so it's not like they're just sending me a Christmas card. But
it also is sort of like they're also just sending you a Christmas card. I mean, let's be honest. Yours is not getting lost in the mail.
Okay, but you're made to think that, you got the Christmas card, and you know that there's a list that's thousands of people.
But also you did.
But over the years, the Christmas card has kind of evolved. And this past year, the Christmas card was of them and the girls are all grown. And
they're like 8 feet tall now, too. I mean, my God.
So it started out with them as little girls, and then there was Bo on the lawn, and there's Bo and Sonny on the line, and the symbolism of what that African-American family in the White House, girls growing up in the White House, has meant to me as an African-American woman, as a woman. I can't even put that into words, because, what I think you don't realize when you are not a person of color who constantly sees yourself in images everywhere, you don't realize what it means when you don't see them.
Yeah.
So I grew up as a little girl. There were no images of anybody who was of color except buckwheat. And nobody wanted to be buckwheat. So the very idea of having this symbolism of youthfulness, of power, of intelligence and integrity and grace in the White House, represented as someone who looks like me. It's immeasurable.
And as we heard you ask her, and as she spoke about the idea of hope, so that all rivers flow back, because I know that hope is the idea.
The fact that you're able to connect that to food and health
because it's a contract,
good.
Right?
It's very good.
Hope suggests a tacit contract, at least, that that if I commit to something, if I give myself to hope, that there will be something on the other side of it, that it will pay off. I know she believes
it means
it's
I believe.
Off.
It means you believe. It means you believe. It means you believe.
You have the glow of belief.
I do.
To you.
I do. Because I've got food and health and happy, not just happiness. As I ended this book, I would say that the word that best describes me and my life now is contentment.
It's just I was hoping that would be it. Because that's like the
content-
meaning, right? Like you
It's
got to the other
contentment.
side.
I did it. I really did it.
Congratulations, Oprah. We're all very proud of you. I think you're going to be somebody.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to be a contender. I'm going to be a contender, Josh. I'm going to be a contender. Thank you.
Food, health, and happiness. The 115 on-point recipes for great meals. On point for great meals and a better life. Well, it's really small, but on-point recipes for great meals, better life. It's all about contentment.
Contentment.
You can also see the lovely Oprah Winfrey tonight on The Late Show with Stephen
that's
Colbert.
right.
Only on CBS.
CBS.
We own you today. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.